You must have been under a rock for the past couple of days if you have not heard of Hogwarts Legacy. The latest trailer has about 3 million views, and the one that came out over a year ago has over 20 million views. A little overview if you haven't seen it: this is going to take place at Hogwarts, the wizarding school from Harry Potter, of course. It's not actually going to involve Harry Potter, it's a standalone thing. It takes place well before Harry Potter was even born, and it's sort of just its own story. I would say I'm a well-versed Harry Potter fan, and this is something I would say even a lot of fans have looked forward to and expected to come sometime in the future, and it's finally here. What I like even more is that for people who aren't Harry Potter fans, have never read the books, have never seen any of the movies, it's still a fantastic game you can get immersed into. There's absolutely no requirement here that you have to be some sort of big Harry Potter fan or even really know anything about it. The biggest thing I would say most people are going to be looking forward to with this game, of course, is going to be the explorability. That's going to make up a large chunk of what people are looking for. I thought maybe Hogwarts would be an explorable area, maybe a little bit around the castle, but no, this is going to be a huge map. This is a very ambitious map and project in my opinion, and that is something that worries me a little bit but also has me very excited. They are actually making the map explorable not only at Hogwarts and around Hogwarts, they're going to be at Hogsmeade Village, which is an area from the books and movies. They're actually going to even take it past Hogsmeade Village, which is pretty much unknown territory for Harry Potter and Hogwarts. And it's going to be a huge map. It's going to be absolutely huge. From what I understand, everything is pretty much open world and explorable. Of course, at this point, if you don't know, this is going to be a single player only game, which they have confirmed recently. It is a little bit of a letdown for me just because I thought maybe there might be a little bit of a co-op or multiplayer concept here, but that is not the case. But I am actually happy they didn't do that because I think this itself, this big explorable world and everything else they're trying to do here is enough to keep them busy, because this is very ambitious, like I said before, and I have some doubts, but I'm excited. The main storyline is that we're going into Hogwarts as a 5th year student for some reason. We don't know why yet, and sort of we have to catch up with everybody else in our class. After that, we don't know much besides the fact that we will be fighting against some sort of goblin rebellion. This is something that if you are an in-depth fan, you might know about because they've really hinted at that in some of the books, I believe. That's really all we know about the story so far. We'll be fighting against some sort of goblin rebellion, and then some of the other darker wizards in the world as well. Now, the combat in this game. When I first saw the combat, I thought it looked a bit stiff because it is a bit stiff. You're a guy with a wand, you're waving your wand, it's going to be a bit stiff. And I will admit, I think that's something that could have been a little bit smoother here. But as you really look past that, they're talking about implementing dozens of spells in this game. It looks very interactive as well. We see the ability, sort of something similar to Spider-Man almost, where you could pick up a barrel or something and throw it at an enemy. There's one point with an enemy of like a suit of armor, and you actually take his sword and impale him with it. What I love the most about the combat, they are not sticking to the textbook. They're taking chances here. We see the character do a quick dash feature, which is something we've really never seen in Harry Potter before. And we actually see the enemy get struck by goddamn lightning, which is just, I was not expecting that. And that's sort of the same section where they talk about how you can get abilities even your professors don't understand. And a lot of people, what I'm seeing them say is that this is a game for kids. And I can see what you mean by that, but even towards the end of the trailer, we see him use the killing curse of Avada Kedavra. And right as we see that, the narrator says, "Be careful where you explore, it may lead you down a darker path." I think a lot of people are underplaying what this game could be. I see a lot of bully resemblance. We have seasons changing as we go throughout the school year. We have classes where we can craft different things. Of course, we know to traverse from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade to other places in the world, we can actually use the broomstick. From what I've seen in the trailer, the traversal looks like it's going to be pretty satisfying there with the broomstick. Nothing overly slow, but nothing too fast as well. We have the Room of Requirement in Hogwarts. They're bringing that into this game where you can actually upgrade your stuff and actually go into this little greenhouse type thing and actually build your own structures, it looks like, in there, which is pretty cool. There's other stuff I'm definitely missing because there's so much to unpack in this trailer. But just to wrap it up, I think the biggest thing is the explorability. Hogwarts, the attention to detail in the common rooms even, is just out of this world. The question is whether they can pull that off within all of Hogwarts and within outside of Hogwarts and even further. We'll have to wait and see until holiday 2022 when it is coming out. No exact date yet, which is a little bit weird. I don't know. I'm thinking about even making more videos on this in the future just because of how much there is to unpack here, how much I really think this game could surprise people. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.